Hello everybody, we have my son to thank for yet another opportunity to review boots of his, namely the Oxblood High Shine 11i Astronaut boot by Solovair. So the key takeaway from this video and review is, if you're thinking about getting Doc Martens, don't! By Solovair. So from what little I know, the same factory that used to produce the good Doc Martens back in the 90s, back when I actually had a pair, also produced these Solovairs. And I think Solovair, I'm not sure what the exact relationship was, but in any case, Doc Marten outsourced everything, reduced the quality, made it super popular, and Solovair remained in England and continued to make boots of reasonable quality. So I'm looking on their website right now, and the current price for these particular boots, which are, they're calling them 11i. For all I know, they're 11 inches tall. They've got a lot of lacing there, no speed hooks. These are $249 currently. And this leather, they're calling it High Shine. So based on what I can tell, I would call this a corrected leather. You really don't see much in the way of grain. However, it definitely is leather, and you can see my son has put some nice wrinkles in those. He does not currently have these with him. He does not live here currently, but he, you know, he had to have his nicks, right? So, and his Tremans and his Red Wings. But I talked to him a little bit about these boots, and he overall gave them a high rating. He really didn't have any particular problems with them. This is a Goodyear welt. What I don't know is what material the welt is made of, and I'm inclined to say that it's not leather. To me, it looks like, I don't know, some kind of plastic. And this midsole, I would also probably argue is some kind of, what's the word for künstlich? It's not artificial, but anyways, it's not a natural. Synthetic, künstlich, synthetic, sorry. Sometimes German gets in my way. It is a synthetic, I'm pretty sure. However, now my information is going away. The insoles, like down in here, which I don't know, it's so deep in there, we'll have to see. Yeah, you can make that some out some. There is leather in there. I'm not sure how far it goes, because on the website, I read that the innards of these are a combination of leather and künstlich, or synthetic. Now we know that's synthetic. This construction is kind of interesting because the overall boot, it's a reasonably thick leather. However, my son told me that the tongues flopped around so much inside his boot that they would end up, you know, like off to one side. So he cleverly cut a slit where he puts his laces through when he's wearing these so that they stay in place. This is a very thin leather up here. You can kind of get an idea from that, how thin that is. I don't have a micrometer or anything that measures it, but even if I hold this just the right way, you can see that the thickness between the tongue leather and the leather and the rest of the boot is pretty different. The soles are, I think it's a polyurethane. They're very similar in composition to the Doc Martens. These are resolable. In fact, Solovair on their website records that you're welcome to send their boots in if they need to be resoled. The trademark name for the sole is called Soft Suspension Classic, whatever that means. That tread looks like a good sort of middle of the road tread. It's going to give you reasonable traction as well as something in the way of lugs to help out with really rough surfaces, maybe even with winter, with snow and that kind of thing. One thing I can't answer is how weatherproof these are. I would just guess from the sheen of the leather that they're actually fairly impervious to rain. But you know, they've been worn some, but I don't think they've been put to the kind of test that he put his nicks to, or that I've put some of my Red Wings to. It is kind of fun to see the creasing in these super tall boots. they do develop a kind of a character, which I think looks nice and probably would arguably be an improvement over anything you're going to find in a Doc Martens. These are made in England, as mentioned. In fact, the website claims they're handmade, so whatever that means. Oxblood is the color. The website also emphasizes that the factory has over 140 years of traditional shoemaking craftsmanship. So they have a certain amount of pride in these boots. They have a fair number of models, a lot in the black and in this Oxblood, different heights. I think they have some boots that are meant for all weather. So they have a respectable range of products without sort of suggesting that they'll make anything and everything as long as they can do it cheaply out of the country. They're all made in England. I kind of like these pull tabs, and they're advertising in there. Got it upside down. Made in England since 1881. And Solovair. So you've got your Doc Martens styling, and who doesn't want Doc Martens styling? I thought they were great back in the 90s. They were really well made. And now you can still have that, but in a boot that's still made in England and made to pretty decently high standards. And genuine leather, resolable, Goodyear welt. Not same caliber as, say, your Trumans or even your Red Wings, but certainly worth considering. And overall, my son gave these a pretty good rating, and I think he would recommend them. So there you have it. If you have any experience with these boots, let us know. I'd be really curious. And especially if you have had an opportunity to compare them, say, with the Doc Martens, especially the recent ones, or, you know, say with other heritage boots. So again, thanks for tuning in, and I'll be back with more. Take care. Bye.